Good morning. So I am sitting right by Lake Ontario in Sodas Point. I found this beautiful lighthouse. And over on the beach, I did yoga. It was a sunrise yoga session at 5:30 in the morning. So I was up at 4:15 on my day off to be able to enjoy such a beautiful piece of heaven. And I am calm and releasing and reflecting because that's what I love to do in my alone time. You know, the thing is, I have kind of, I don't know, one of the things I've been reflecting on is how the last several months have just been quite the transformation for me. And, divorce and relocation and just really stepping into the person that I have always been meant to be. And a part of all of this is breaking old patterns and taking a look at things within yourself that no longer serve you and being able to detach from old attachments. One of the things that I can say that I have been attached to and connected to is chaos. And I have shared about this before, where all I've known is chaos. My whole life has been, in some way, shape, or form, in chaos. And when I left my marriage, I craved peace. I craved calm and serenity and embodiment, making space for clarity. But somewhere along the way, I found myself right back into chaotic environments. And at a lot of moments, it's been fun. But for a woman with almost 15 years sober to be in the certain environments that I've been in, there just hasn't been a lot of alignment with that. I believe that a part of me was embracing this newfound freedom and in a version of me with the love of dance and music and movement and a lot of it, there's been such great energy, right? Like, I've made a lot of great friends and people that I hold very close to my heart out here. But stepping into certain environments, it's just been chaotic. And recently, it wasn't as enjoyable as much as it was anxiety provoking. And I would find myself very uncomfortable. Taking a step back and looking at all of this has helped me realize that as much as I have enjoyed myself, it no longer aligns with me. It hasn't aligned with me in a long time, but there has always been this gravitational pull into chaos, and because it's been comfortable, I don't always realize that it's out of alignment because of that comfort. Now, I can still hold space for the people in my life and love them and spend time with them without going into those environments. And I can still find peace and serenity and calm and find myself in environments like this where it speaks to my soul. I feel more alive right now in this moment. My soul feels more awake right now in this moment than it has in a while. because this is what aligns with me. Sometimes we have to go through phases in our lives to be able to step back and look at what no longer serves us so that we can get into alignment with where we're meant to be. I've overcome a lot, and not just within the last year, in the last 15 years. The inner work that I've done, the navigating through sobriety. And let me tell you, I thought getting sober was probably going to be one of the hardest things that I'd ever have to do and have to navigate, but it hasn't. It hasn't. Getting sober allowed me the opportunity to really go deep in a lot of areas. Looking at traumatic events from when I was young and healing from the things that occurred along the way over the last 15 years. It's a lot. It's a lot of healing, a lot of growth, a lot of transformation, a lot of lifestyle changes. And when I got sober, I replaced alcohol with food, and I went from 165 pounds when I was 29 years old entering sobriety, and by the time I was 30, I was pushing 300. Because I still needed a mask. I still needed comfort. I still needed to hide because there was still so much pain inside me that I wasn't ready to look at. I think I was probably almost 10 years sober when I started to address trauma that occurred when I was about 16 years old, when I was sexually assaulted. And I'm going to be extremely transparent in this video with a lot of things, so that's why I will make sure to say that this may have some trigger warning to it. In facing that, because I wasn't ready. And sometimes God in the universe will reveal the next layer when you're ready. They say in AA, more will be revealed, and they weren't kidding, because a lot over the years has been revealed to me. But I hid behind something, always fighting something. So when I was sober, I was getting sober, I was able to navigate sobriety, but I was still trying to find comfort and still trying to find some kind of protection, so I hid behind weight. And when I was about 34 years old, and I was still a smoker at the time, and I'm obese, and I'm obese and can't walk up a flight of stairs without losing my breath and laying down at night and wheezing. I knew that I did not want to live my life like that, so I made a decision to quit smoking and go back to the gym, which led to small sustainable shifts into a healthier lifestyle. And from there, I was able to navigate a weight loss journey that I just fell into. When I went into it, I figured, well, if I could lose 10 pounds, that's great. So when I lost 10 pounds, I was like, all right, well, if I lose 10 more, that's great. And now I'm taking my giant 32-ounce cup of diet soda and filling that 32-ounce cup with seltzer or water, and starting to actually fuel my body with, instead of eating 2 baked goods a day, I cut down to 1 and then to none. And then, I would still at least once a week have a brownie or something, because I don't believe in depriving yourself. I don't believe in deprivation. I don't believe in fad diets. I believe that there is, with lifestyle change is a huge part of, the greater scheme of things of health and wellness. and then came the healing process from the trauma and other traumas and all the things. So why am I talking about this? Because I'm illustrating what the last 15 years of my life have looked like. It's been so many moments where I was found pure, authentic, real joy, and then other moments where it has been raw and painful. And there was just mountain after mountain to climb, to overcome, or some type of internal battle that I was fighting. And as I was reflecting on some things this morning, especially recently, I said, I will always take the experiences I've had. I will always turn bad into good. I will always use my mess as my message, and I will always utilize the things that I've gone through, that I've navigated and overcome, to be able to show other women how to overcome it themselves, because I'm not alone. We're not alone. We've all been through something. We've all been through some kind of pain. We've been through all some sort of trauma. I don't believe you can navigate through life without encountering some form of trauma or pain or heartache or struggle. And if you have, bless your heart, I have so much, I love you. And, but that has not been my story. I feel like I have always had to learn things the hard way. I have always had to go through some bad shit in order for me to learn lessons. A lot of it's choice, the choices that I've made. And sometimes you go into things thinking you're making the right decision, and then find that maybe it wasn't. I regret nothing. I regret none of the decisions that I've made. I don't regret the things I did when I drank. I don't regret the things that I've done in my sobriety. I don't regret anything. I don't regret marrying my husband, because guess what? What I endured in my marriage helped make me better. It all has helped make me better. And I will always take things and turn it around to utilize it to serve others, because that's what healers do. Healers are coming from a space of their own personal experiences. But right now, I'm in this place where I don't want to have to heal anymore. I don't want to keep putting myself in places and situations that are going to require me to have to overcome it. I can choose different, and I can choose better. I can choose healthier for me and what works for me. And I'm not saying that more won't be revealed, and I'm not saying that there's not going to be more heartache in my life, and that everything from this point forward is going to coast and always be peaceful and joyful, because that's not reality. That's not life. But right now, in this moment, I'm tired. And I'm in a space where I can make choices and put myself in spaces that will continue to fuel my soul, that will align, and I can rest from healing. So in these quiet moments, I may find myself crying, because whatever hasn't been released yet is releasing, and it's just releasing freely and flowing through. And I think I can finally rest, be at peace, and live my purpose. because I have moved to the Finger Lakes. I have moved to this beautiful place for a reason. And it wasn't because it's a party. It's because this is where the magic's going to happen. And even this morning, I connected with another healer, a beautiful woman who led our yoga class, and we got talking. And it's like we were both saying how she just moved to the area too from another state, and we were talking about how we were led here for a reason, and the people that we keep meeting are coming into our lives for a reason. That it all just keeps lining up. And it's all coming together, and this community is being built just naturally and organically without any effort. We're just all coming together. And that was what I moved out here for. Because the work, and I hate to even use that word, because for me it's not work, it's purpose. So to live intentionally, to navigate toward my purpose and apply my purpose into my life, I feel more alive and settled and calm. That's how I know that's alignment. That's alignment. When you are in a space and you know that the doors are about to crack open wide and things are going to start flowing to you, and you don't have to do a thing, but just stay in alignment. When there's no anxiety, when there's no weight on your chest, and when you can finally breathe and you're excited, that's alignment. I'm so excited for what's to come. I'm so excited for the people that I'm meeting. I'm so excited that I have made some great friends out here. And not all of them are in the healing space. And I love them dearly. And I'm looking forward to more amazing times with them, to more incredible times with the healers, and what we're going to do to bring to the community, to bring awareness to issues that need to be addressed, to heal hearts and help them make space so that they can come home to themselves. My purpose is to guide women to help them connect with their soul, to help them navigate back to themselves, to heal that inner child, to connect with that inner child, and to heal their past wounds, to help them navigate health and wellness and well-being, all as a whole, so that they can go through transformation as smoothly as possible and navigate that with clarity, calm, and peace. To support them when they're ripped open wide and raw and exposed. Healing is not always pretty. It's not easy. Because if it was, we wouldn't be afraid to go through, to navigate it, right? If it was easy, we wouldn't be afraid to look within ourselves and look at those things that caused us pain. We would just do it and have no issue with it, right? There have been times where I've sat back and I thought to myself, I'm scared to do this because I've lived with it for so long. I don't know what life is going to look like without it. That's some real shit. I said that to my trauma therapist when navigating the healing process of when I went into therapy for trauma, for the sexual assault. I was like, I've lived with this for over 20 years. I don't know what life looks like without it, and I'm scared. But it's been a beautiful release, and life, since healing from that, let me tell you, it's been magical. Not easy. And still shit to heal from, but it's been magic. I'm releasing chaos. I'm cutting the cord to that old pattern of finding comfort in chaos and attachments to chaotic places, people, things. Chaos from my past. I'm choosing different. Thank you for watching. If I can at all be of support to you in your journey, if this video resonated with you, say in the comments, I'm free. And if you're ready to navigate through healing, through transformation, or you're already in that space, but you want to navigate it on a different level and you want to go deeper, let's connect. Let's have a conversation. I'm holding space for you, a safe, peaceful place. God bless.